If you enjoyed the channel and our video content and would like to support us, you can do this in a couple of ways. You can sign up to our Patreon site, which is a monthly subscription to one of our 4 tiers, each giving you something different from early access interviews up to exclusive unseen footage. There's also the option of a one-off donation via PayPal, which allows you the option to donate an amount of your choice. Both options really help to keep this channel going and to continue putting out regular content for you good folk. So please take a look at aircrewinterview.tv/donate, and I thank you in advance. Thank you and enjoy. So this is from Joe Kunzler. Did you ever do any recon missions?
No, I wasn't recce trained, though I flew the reconnaissance aircraft, fairly often. Early on, interestingly, they didn't have a second set of throttles, and there was no rudder pedals. So they had a stick that the nav could actually recover and get the aircraft perhaps to a safe ejection state. But no, I wasn't trained on doing their specific role in reconnaissance. It was pretty. It was a specialist operation. Later on, they put the controls back in them, and we actually flew those aircraft on conversion course when they did the avionics update. The controls went back in, so we were able to fly them as well. So it was basically back to just PAVTAC, and recce was in the weapons bay, but all the systems and all the switches and everything were all the same again.
Brilliant. And another one from Joe. Do you think there was any room to upgrade the F-111 to carry JDAM and AMRAAM, or was her time truly at a close?
I think that's probably a little bit beyond I'm sure it probably could have been able to carry JDAM. AMRAAM didn't really have a real air-to-air radar that might have made things difficult for that. We had an attack radar optimized for ground attack, and we used it in air-to-air modes for self-defense, but it wasn't set up to fire radar-guided missiles.
And another question, this person wants to stay anonymous. Why was it called the Pig?
Oh, because it's always down low and in the dirt, and it's got a long nose.
Perfect answer. And another one, how did you feel about the ejection capsule?
Well, you never really wanted to use it. We had a couple of successful ejections in Australia, but you knew that it was going to hurt, especially on the way down, because you end up sitting down like I am now, and they say it's like jumping off a 2 or 3 story building on your back. And I did that once at school on a gym mat, sitting down, and it really hurt.
Not something you want.
It's not what you want, but the capability was you could use it all throughout the envelope. So if something happened at Mach 2, you could get out. And
wow.
Normal ejection seats, I think, struggle with that. Really high speed, and keeping you strapped in and safe until you're slow enough for to successfully get out of the seat. Some of my bosses, they had the ejection in New Zealand. In fact, both of them were in New Zealand, one at Ohakea and one in the harbour, and so one was tested on the ground and one in the water. We used the one that was recovered out of Auckland Harbour, was our procedures trainer, and it's still around somewhere, and people are able to get a look at the F-111 cockpit that was as it was when it finished. It's still in existence, I think, at one of the museums. But we use that for our checks all the time.
Yeah. And another one, did you ever have any RAF Tornado exchange pilots or navigators on your squadron?
We certainly did. In fact, my first navigator crash buddy was an ex-Tornado nav who came over and joined the RAF. So, Adrian, if you're around, that was effectively my first. I flew with one of the instructor navs, but Adrian and I were crewed up on course, and he'd flown the Tornado before. And then we had the Tornado exchange. Pilot and nav were generally at one squadron. I think actually the nav one sometimes was at 6 Squadron on the Reconnaissance.
Interesting. And a good one to wrap up the questions from our patrons here is, what advice would you give to an aspiring pilot?
You know what, the best bit of advice I can give to anyone in flying is never give up. So when it comes to going through applications, you will probably get knocked back. Don't take a no the first time as a no forever. They want people to go back. The same applies when you actually, doing the training. You are going to fail at some point. Pretty much everybody has a hiccup or two, and you just have to put it behind you and move on and get the job done again. So many people. I took 2 goes to get in the Air Force. Nearly everyone on my pilot's course was the same. Sometimes 3. But I applied to the Defence Academy, didn't get through that. Applied as soon as I got my Year 12 results. Applied for direct entry pilot, got through that. Best thing that ever happened to me in the end. But because as I did a little bit of university, I'm glad I just went straight onto the flying side of things. And that's pretty normal, no matter what job in aviation. Don't take a knockback the first time as the end.